This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yo, son, 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. All day, every day, any day.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's our field.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Enunwa, the intended target. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Too easy.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
We're going to start.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a draw play. This is Bell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
We're going to start. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 11.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Here's Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Griffin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Darnold, a sneak. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center that he's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
We're going to start. Danny. Red lady. Get wild. Shoot. X3.
Now Darnold keeps it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That's it, baby.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Down just shy of the goal line. No
Check
gain on
out.
the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Watch 98.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after one. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Bell. And an alley to run. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now this is Crowder on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
A 4-yard loss.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash.
A 49-yard attempt.
Ficken's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Both of them. 36.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Ready?
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And an alley to run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check safety. Shift.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Steelers.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On first down, Connor. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Let's go.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Switch
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On second down, it's Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. This is Connor running right. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Finds his running back, James Conner. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort in.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock for 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike 5. Alert. Mike 5-4. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And from down in Miami, an update. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Fickens' kick is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Joker. Watch the twist.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
50. Hey, Echo. 57. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check. Lucky. Bang.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Mike, you're on side. Check 55, Mike. That's what I do.
On second down, it's Bell. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Keep playing hard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
98 for Mike. 6 man.
Again, it's Bell. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
On second down and 4, Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Safety screaming. Check. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to Connor here on first. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Slam. Whip. Watch the whip. Yeah. He's coming. We got double up.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Henry Anderson on the stop.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Black 80. Check right 54. Right 54. I'm coming for you. Mine. Check three. Check three. Check three. No.
On first down, Connor. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Connor. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right now. Like 5. Switch. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Take both of them.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Steelers 27, Jets 13. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here we go, son.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't begin.
A first down throw, Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. That one complete to Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
That goes for a gain of 31.
That's another Jets first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. T.J. Watt. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. To try again after the sack. Darnold. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Darnold from the gun. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And no, it's incomplete.
Come on now, let's go.
The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Conner. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Switch. Begin. Beat these 2.
On 3rd down, it's Conner. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They start the drive with Conner. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Monday. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
He's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Set! 230. Coming to you. Coming to you. check three, check three. He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.